Welcome back to what Arty Noobs. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that most people know as a leFH or a leaf blower or a leFH, and this we know it as Fifi La Pew Pew. This one is on the westbourne of Sand River under the command of Sleeper 1950, and he's in a reduced numbers game. Okay, game started. I say it's a reduced numbers game because there's only 13 players on each side. Now sometimes you do get bots taking over to make up numbers on certain servers, certainly the South American one and also the Australian New Zealand server, but on the North American server, and I think this is North American, sometimes they will go in a game with reduced numbers, and sometimes on the European server as well. I say East European, but no, there is only the European server. I'm just pulling back a bit so it gives a better view. Sometimes when they make updates, they change the settings, and when you load into the game, you can't see exactly what you'd like to see, which is plenty of detail on the targets you're shooting at. Okay, Striv M42, Tier 5 Swedish medium. Lands short because he pulled back so quickly. You get a shot line leading the target. Oh, now stationary target, G6 medium. It lands right next door to him, but not close enough to actually do any damage. Now these shells, these 105mm shells, will do 410 alpha if they can penetrate through 53mm of armour, and they've got a burst radius of 1.91 meters. He splashed the T6 medium really close, and that's why he got some damage. Oh, engine bay! And he penetrated the T6 and took him out of the game altogether. So he's got the first kill for his team. The next target he's aiming at is a KV-1. I think that's a little late. Oh, now something happened there, because the KV-1 didn't suffer any damage, but something behind him did take the shell because there was no explosion. So I think he did actually hit something there. Something we can't see just yet. If another tank appears directly behind the KV-1, then maybe that's the one he hit. And in fact, actually, it is indicated there was an enemy tank there. And I think it was an Su-76. There he is, yes. And has he lost any hit points? No, he hasn't. But the Hetzer did. And it looks like the Hetzer's now at the game, and so's the Su-76. So I suspect that he actually hit the Hetzer as he was following the KV-1. That one hit the tower, I think, rather than the target. And to lead the target just enough. That's probably not enough, but the shell, the target was killed, so the shell hit the wreck. Okay, going for the Striv M42. He's letting it dial in. Ooh, very close. Now, some have actually asked what those dials are to the right of the reticule, and that's an aim timer. You can get that using Aslains. It's one of their mods, the aim timer. It lets you know when you're fully dialed in on the target, because when it's fully dialed in, it says reduced in Russian. Rounds out. Direct hit on the AMX-40. The fact that if you let the shell, if you let it dial in enough, then you're much more likely to get accurate hit on the target. There's the AMX-40 moved. Okay, dialing in. Fires before he's completely ready, and the shell doesn't hit the target, lands next to it. He lets it dial in fully. That's it. Bounce out. Direct hit. You see, it does work. And that guy has gone, so that's another target down there. 5 up on the enemy. Sleeper 1950 is actually having a very good game so far. Okay, it's a nice target because it's thin armor on this thing, so if he can actually penetrate it, he might get a full roll. Direct hit, and yes, he did get a full roll. He got a penetrating shot. 392 hit points from that shot, so low roll. Okay, the M4A1. Now, he might not penetrate on this one, which it landed right in front and damaged his track, so we can't see him, but he's probably still there. Bounce out. Yes, he is still there, because the shell disappeared without an explosion. Is he still there? No, that shell landed to one side. We could give it another go though. Is he still there? Rounds out. No, he's not there anymore. He has moved away to get behind better cover. It's one of the maxims I actually live by, is if I do get hit by an enemy Arty, if I'm in a tank or something like that, then after I've been hit once, I'll go Arty safe for a little while and then I'll change position. Because if they've obviously worked out where I am, they will be investing some time to try and get me again. And obviously I get satisfaction of watching as a shell explodes behind me where I wasn't. Now that shell was very close to the SU-35. And he got a direct hit there. Go for it again. S-35 I should say, not SU-35. And another direct hit. He's rapidly harvesting the hit points. Can he get a kill? Rounds out. Oh! The kill goes to the Chihi. Got there just before we did. Now there's only 4 enemies remaining now. And looks like Sleeper 1950 has earned 20% of the enemy hit pool, so he might have a high caliber. We'll have to find out at the end of the game. He's looking around for another target. There is an M4A1 in sight. That's the one he hit earlier. Oh, but he's gone. So again, he's looking for a new target. The P2640 was last seen. Oh, there's the Phoenix. Rounds out. He hits his opposite number for 206, but it's a non-penetrating round. And the T67 dives on top of him, which kind of blocks us from getting a shot, but the T67 was after the kill. And there's now no more enemy left, so they've won the game. As I said, it was too short, so 13 versus 3 is the end score. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle results, and it was the second class tanker for Sleeper 1950 in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 10, a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, at least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates, and he got the high caliber as well because he did deal the most damage on the enemy team, at least 20% of the enemy hit pool overall. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he stands. Well, he's right at the top of the column when it comes to damage with 2,105 hit points. The second highest scorer was the S35CA on his own team with 1,076, and then the VK3001H who managed 1,024. When it came to kills, again, it's the S35CA who got the highest here with 3 kills. 2 kills went to the T67, to Sleeper 1950, the VK3001H and the Type 1 Chihi all got 2. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, it's Sleeper. This time he got that one as well. So he's got 2 columns out of 3. 787 XP went to him. 628 went to the T34 Shielded. And 456 went to the T67. He fired 29 rounds in that game. Got 10 direct hits and 3 penetrations. Splash damage on 13, damage of 2,105 hit points, all of it up more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 2, so that's where he earned the Confederate because the 6 difference. And on a free-to-play account, he earned 31,899 credits, and because he just fired HE, there was no premium ammo at all, he actually saved himself quite a lot of credits there and ended up with a takeaway of 28,187 credits. 787 base XP, times 4 for the first victory, 315 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 3,463 experience points altogether. So he says the leFH18B2 rules again. Well, it certainly did, and he was straight in and doing a lot of damage to the enemy. It was handy that it was basically a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, because it's much easier to pen tier 4 tanks because they have relatively thin armor and the 105mm shells. So as long as you dial in accurately on the enemy, they can just go straight through the armor and yield you lots of credits. So very well done there to Sleeper 1950. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithms.
If you just keep coming up, don't stop on the stairs.
Okay, where's my son?
And thank you for watching.